exterior, Wonder Wheel. The sun is setting over the ocean beautifully. As they await their car for the Wonder Wheel, we see the same girl from earlier pushing through the others, waiting to get to Charlie.
Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm with them. Hey!
I remember her voice catching my attention. I turn around and there she was. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. When first we practice to deceive, even if it's ourselves.
End of episode 1. You've been listening to I Am Charlie, The Teenage Years, brought to you by Muidum. Written by Marishka S. Phillips and Nicolette Ellis. Directed by Marishka S. Phillips. Narrated by Tiffany Williams. Produced by Bradford D. Smith, Candice Dalsing, and the Muidum Corporation. Sound design, audio editing, mixing, and mastering by Matthew Schell of MTS Music Productions, LLC. Audio engineering and additional sound design by Michael Bourne. Original music by Sense, Matthew Schell, and Kenny McNeil. Featuring the voices of Tani Belafonte as Charlie, Isaiah Aldridge as George, Michael Bourne as Junior, Candice Dalsing as Miss Osborne, Kelly Rogers as Cynthia, Bradford D. Smith as school announcer, David Jenkins as cotton candy vendor, David Jenkins as train conductor.
Nice. Yay!
Well done.
Have it. Episode 1 of I Am Charlie, The Teenage Years. Welcome back, you guys. Man, what a ride. I wanna start this out with Cece. Your fresh ears.
Okay. Don't look at my hair, but look at my ear.
Nice.
Is there a question or you want me to?
Well,
I love the music. I was going to throw that out there. The music.
What were you going to throw out there?
The music. I love the music.
I was going to ask you about that.
You're on point.
You love music.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I like the music, and it's intertwined very well with the story as well. The last scene, it made you want to, because you want to know what it makes me want the next part to this. Like, the good thing is it's keeping me drawn in to wanting to know what happens next. So, of course, when she says, what a tangled web we weave, we all do that. And you like, shit, girl, what tangle you about to get into?
Yes, exactly.
And you know I'm thinking menage a trois.
That's the bait. You can think that. You're not too far off, Cece.
Right behind the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking that, like, ooh, because your mind starts going like, what does she mean by that? So I think that's a great cliffhanger to move on to the next scene.
Yeah,
I love it, and with the music too. There we go. Oh, okay. Right? I'm like, it's been a temptation.
Not your hand on the back of your head, elbow forward. Listen, the questions at the end of this episode. What happens when Charlie and Junior are crushing on the same girl? And what will happen when they arrive home past their curfew? So these are the two baiting questions as well that go along with what we just listened to. Mm-hmm. We're gonna add that, but those are also little cliffhangers.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Thank you. So now, what's your standout of this episode?
Oh, what the last line, the web we weave, because we all, our parents used to tell us that, when we would be lying and shit, at least me.
Yes. Yes.
And you couldn't keep up with the line. I'm better at it now because of my mama, but that was what stood out for me. Like, ooh, girl, what you done did.
Gotcha.
But that's what stood out for me, that line, because it triggers, things in ourselves that we've done. And you think about that, like, what,
The
what I
mischief,
mean?
right?
Right. That we are about to go into, or you like, shit, but is it worth it? Yeah.
Well, that's good. My point from you was that I wanted to hear that. I want to hear what's next.
Right.
Like,
What's next?
You're leading me somewhere, and I'm
Right.
here for it. So that's what I wanted to hear. So thank you so much for listening in.
Absolutely.
Bradford, thank you, Cece. Bradford, what stands out to you about this episode one?
We see that same girl. What's up with this girl that we keep running into, right? What is she about? And the fact that maybe Gio and Charlie are both interested in her.
Not Gio. Not Gio. Junior.
Junior.
Her brother.
Her brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, brother and sister crushing on the same girl.
And sister
I never
on the
was
same girl.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, that can't go well.
And they ain't the same.
I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
But it was me and my brothers crushing on the same boy. Come on,
that could not have gone well.
Been there. I've been there too.
Tell it. What's your Anne's story crush?
I can't say it.
Oh, we censor it?
They're gonna know if I say anything.
Okay, what's Ginger was it?
He never told the tale.
What Ginger was the crush on?
Mel.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you can't say who you were crushing with. Oh my.
No.
Cece, have you ever had an Anne crush? Like you and someone having a crush on the same person?
I think
other than Madonna?
It was the opposite. A couple had a crush on me.
Ooh.
And they had a contest to see who would turn me out.
Ooh.
True story.
No, can we hear it? I'm here for it.
Absolutely not.
Well, how did it turn out? Who won?
Well, one of them did win.
Ooh.
So, the other one, unfortunately, is deceased. So that's that's a sad story. But
oh boy,
yeah, one of them did actually win. Look.
All right. Well, congratulations to the winner.
No.
Okay.
She don't know who it is too. I'm like,
Oh, I would know.
No, you don't know.
Oh, the person's gonna know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they take pride in that every fucking day of their lives.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, man. See, this is why I love these things, because you get to get transparent. You get to blushing. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what stands out to me. I think it's the storyteller in me. I love the interweaving of the narrator. Mm-hmm. How she sews these scenes together. Mm-hmm. I really appreciate that. I think it's also the trio that I love. This core, the core of the story. That we get to I care about them already, and we're just laying the foundations of who we are. And what was important to me was, do we care about these three? Because this is who we're really following for the next 9 episodes. Well, through the whole journey, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you care about the trio as a whole?
Yeah.
Cool.
I want to know what happens to the teacher.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she comes back. She's up in there.
Remember that? Do you remember that song "Hot for Teacher" by David Lee Roth? It was a song.
No.
She's hot for teacher. Oh,
Do
I mean,
you? Bradford, you remember that
yeah.
song?
It was a song by David Lee Roth. What was the actual band they were in though? He was this. Well, you know what? Back
I
in the
know David Lee Roth.
right, but remember the band he was in? It was their. It was one of the biggest videos on MTV, "Hot for Teacher," and it was David Lee Roth. I forgot the name of their band, but that was an awesome video, and that's what this
maybe we could
reminds me.
layer it in there. Maybe we
Yeah,
can
it's called
maybe we
"Hot for
can
Teacher," and it's David Lee. What's the name of his band?
maybe we could get
Van
maybe we can get the
Halen.
right
Yeah, Van Halen. It was by Van Halen. And it was
maybe
one
we
of
can get
the
the
number
rights
one videos at that time in the 80s called Hot for Teacher.
because there's another Charlie teacher scene coming up. So
Yeah, that
we
one
could
was
layer that
good.
in the belly. I don't know.
That's what it
Just the
reminded me of.
an instrumental snip.
Yeah,
Cool. See, that's why,
that's a good one.
that's what I'm saying. Everybody can relate to having a crush on a teacher, someone older than them, even a professor, or, even if it's a nurse and doctor, like everybody has a taboo.
Everybody, yeah, has a little.
I
It's
believe.
energy. I think obviously it's energy.
Yeah.
And some people actually should go through with them crushes, girl.
Well,
I got
had
friends that did.
I actually had a
Why
fellow
he put his hat
student
down?
marry.
What's going on with the hat? Did you see his hat?
He followed through. There was a follow through in Bradford Jazzy Smith's screen.
Wait.
Look at him. Don't be getting uncomfortable. Care to share?
Look.
Y'all, I need me some new co-hosts. Nobody. I'm talking about my godmother. I don't think. Well, I didn't follow. I didn't follow.
I was a paper boy, and I had a crush on several of my clients, my customers.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
not the paper boy.
It's like you go deliver the paper, and they show up at the door either with a shirt off, or like you seeing things that maybe you shouldn't see, and you go home and you're fantasizing about, like, and you're having dreams about it, and then But there was one situation where I kind of know what was up, and it led to something.
I'm going to take this opportunity to read to you.
To something. Well, when I was in 8th grade, one of my classmates fell in love with one of the teachers, and they're married. They got married.
I have a similar story. And it was so sad because the guy, was wrong. He just wrong. You know what I mean?
It is wrong as it pertains to societal.
Right. And she was so in love. I had to stop that friendship because I couldn't. It was very disturbing to me. Like,
disturbed you. I was like, oh, Mr. Ford, for real? I love him.
Right. It was one of those. Like,
It makes you wonder though, like, if you're crushing and you're not of age, and then this other person is an adult and they're of age, right? And are they taking advantage of you even though it's consensual, right?
Absolutely.
Even though it's consensual, or are they or is it like some genuine like affection or genuine attraction where they want it to be more, even though they know, okay, wait a minute.
There's a huge difference between
that's like not questionable.
When it's mutual as opposed to it being a straight molestation.
Right.
That is different because, I don't know if they ever got divorced, but they definitely stayed married for quite a while. And she was past age at a certain point, of age.
Yeah, after the person goes past that point, but it's still a sense of preying on a child.
Exactly.
Because they have no control.
And they're not fully developed mentally,
There. And that I think
adult should be
horrible.
saying
and whether it be a man or a woman, because remember the women that are doing it now, the women are getting caught a lot these days. What's going on?
With these with the youngest women, with their students.
they're getting caught a lot too. It used to be the men getting, caught, but now all these women getting pregnant with these little boys. It's like, what is going on?
I
I think it's the
know.
food.
They did a whole film about that. It was
Yeah,
it was
it's
good
like
too.
that. What the famous one was that Mary Toronto to whatever her name was. Remember, and Fido, whatever his name was.
Yeah, the young
Yeah,
Latino
but they
guy.
remember it, and they went through with it, got married, had more kids. I mean,
Mhm.
it's
Soon as she got out of
weird.
jail.
Yeah, I still think she deserved to go. And then remember, she kept even when she got out of jail, she went back to the little boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's possible the energy, but how it started was absolutely wrong. And she was cheating on her husband and had 5 kids,
Yeah,
some other
that's
shit. So
that's
it's still, but you know what you're doing because you're preying on a child.
Exactly.
It's about control. And
Exactly.
that's where
fucking
it's
strong.
wrong. You know what I mean?
And you're
Once
supposed
they're
to
of age, yeah.
you should as a child or a teenager or someone who's not of age, you're supposed to feel safe around
Right.
adults, right?
Right.
Even if you're
Yeah.
having these feelings,
Mhm.
for someone that's older than you, the adult should be the person to say, "Hey,
Hey,
this is not
that's not
right.
normal.
It's not normal." I mean, it's normal, but it's
It's
not
normal, but
it's not
To act
right.
upon it.
To act
yeah.
upon it, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
And it's you probably the child seeking another mother or father because they are not getting what they
Mhm.
need at home. So therefore, that's why I was going to say the child's reasoning for liking the older adult is more, emotional. It's more about what's going on in that household
Mhm.
and not getting an affection and attention that from their mother and father, possibly. This is my thought. It's just me
Gotcha.
thinking. You know what I mean?
It
So
makes
they're
sense.
seeking the teacher who also is in control, an instructor, a person of authority,
Right.
and you start caring for that person because you're not getting what you want at home because maybe the parents are always working or one is hard on them,
Mhm.
whatever. So that's why that genuine feeling it could be construed for love or like or whatever for the teacher. It's really to me that's not the energy an adult would have toward the child.
Right.
It's
Right.
two different
That's more
energies,
sexual
right?
Yeah.
And
and
that's why
predatory.
right, it's not cool because the child doesn't have the development of love and what love really is and you
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
So to me all
Mm.
around that's just nasty. My ass.
I think that might have been what my I think that might have been what my experience was because my father wasn't present in my home, even though I had my grandfather raising me. But
Mhm.
my grandfather came from a place of old school,
Yep. We all had that,
hard
right?
knocks, like
Mhm.
man's man. You don't say I love you. You don't give
Right.
attention or
Yeah.
any form of affection.
I think
And
that's that
so,
generation. That's how my mother and my parents, the same thing. And I think it's that generation because they weren't taught it themselves.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Because
and
think about their grandparents, it was probably
Yeah.
even worse. And before that, the
mhm,
slavery and blah, blah, blah. So
yeah,
I think this particular generation it's opened up more doors on how to talk about love and what is love and
yeah,
narcissism. We getting all these terms now of what our parents were really going through, at that point in time in their lives.
yeah.
So I think that's why I think teachers were put there to, to be different than that. And so when you take advantage of a child, especially, and a lot of times they hear, they zone into those type of children that are having
Predatory,
problems at
like you
home.
said,
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
predatory.
right.
saying.
Hmm.
It's wrong
Hmm.
and they know they're wrong and they need to be those who have done it need to be in jail. Not
Hmm.
I don't know what your situation, but maybe so. But hey, by the way, I'm a therapist. My name is Cece Hendricks, 310-6 if you need
Don't,
it.
don't. No.
She's bringing it, but this is an important conversation, especially the audience that I want to put this in their ear. If you're having some feelings towards someone older, a teacher, a mentor, a counselor, you need to put that in check and have a conversation with your
Right.
parents about that
Yes.
Yeah, if it's
because
happening to you, because it's not
you could
right.
get somebody in trouble.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And go to your, your counselor or someone that you can confide in because it's getting so bad now and predatorial that it scares me because of the climate that we're in that it's going to start being normal. normalized to a point where people are just, well, it happened. I'm sorry that happened to you, but hey,
That's why
it's
they're trying to
scary.
That's why they're trying to make the Epstein files like it's not
like
a
it's
big
normal.
deal.
Like shit happens.
It's a
No, it's not
huge
right.
deal.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of things we're going through and dealing with that you and our generation didn't really, it was unacceptable. And it's still unacceptable, but a lot of
Absolutely.
people are normalizing, these kinds of things, and it's just not right. And it's where the child feels like this is normal because I see it on Instagram, I see it in the movies. What's wrong with it? You know what I mean? It's horrible,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
you got the, all these, like you said, the Epstein, and it was another one that did it with the model guy. I forgot his name, but that it's not normal,
right.
and I feel
Yeah.
sorry for children that have gone through that. And my friend who also went through it tore her life up. Like,
Yeah.
she tore her up. She just
Yeah.
never was the same,
I mean,
growing
I'll tell
up.
you in all transparency, I was touched and bothered when I was 10, and I didn't understand anything that happened. And this man was my mom's boyfriend. And yeah, and I never said anything. And he was like, he dared me and threatened, you can't say anything, or this will happen and that'll happen, and this will happen to your mom, and your dad's already gone, and then you won't have nobody. And so I just let it, it just happened. It happened for a few years until I just, I left home. I was like, and he died a horrible death, God,
karma,
like lightning. But yeah, I mean, it messes with you,
right.
It messes with your mentals and how you even view relationships, So
Yeah, exactly. And then you wonder why some of these people are going crazy, a lot of these children, because they're hiding things that they're too afraid to come out and say, this is what is going on with me. Because as a parent, even though Jordan thinks I'm what do you call it? Always on him. He thinks,
parent.
yeah, helicopter parent. I wouldn't let him go over to other people's homes. I was very you can't go to nobody's house without I meeting them. I was very that because and he didn't understand it. Like, why can't I have friends? It wasn't about you couldn't have friends. It's the type of friends that you need to have.
Right.
And I can tell you how many parents I cussed out. One lady I was gonna call the police because she kidnapped my son. You kidnapped my son. She took him to Fuddruckers after school without letting me know. You don't do things like that.
That's
She's
crossing
like,
a boundary.
right, and then go take him to her house. And I don't know where my son at.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal.
What if it was your child out there
right, she
being
didn't care.
taken places?
She's like, everybody coming. When she said this, everybody in the neighborhood comes to my house. Oh, Jordan, you are never to go over this house ever again.
Yeah.
When you say stuff like that, I watched too many documentaries, Lifetime. Jordan, absolutely not. I thought that lady was crazy. I cussed her out thoroughly. You are not to be friends with that young man. I don't know what's going on in that little house of theirs. Could be a little house of horrors. A little house of hoes.
Yeah, you don't
know.
You don't know until you do. And then it's too late.
And he doesn't understand. It's a sense of being a mama bear, protection because of the world we're living in.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just not right. And you got to feel, I'm an energy person. And Jordan wants to go and, and have friends because especially this generation are so desperate to have friends, have a connection with someone where in our generation, we went out and, you hear it all the time, but we went out and played in the street.
Because we didn't even have cell phones.
Right. We didn't do all that. We connected because we played and communicated with one another and crawled in and out of each other's windows. And
well, I also think it doesn't, no matter the time, it existed in some form of fashion. Like,
it existed.
Like even with like like Oprah Winfrey, like what she experienced,
how it happened to her,
horrible, right? And for her to survive something like that, we just have to. I think as anyone that's a parent or anyone that's an adult figure should always be mindful and watchful of adults' behavior around adolescents or children.
Don't
And
get me
it's so
started. Like you
sad.
got me thinking about Justin Bieber and
Yeah,
Usher
just all
and
the
the culture just
and
taking
these
these kids.
parents, yeah, making these parents wanting and being selfish, because that's what it is, and putting their child on the market like that. It's very sad to watch that. Only for them a lot of times in the end not end up even having a relationship with their children. It's always
That's right.
testy because they're not going to forget that. I may be rich and famous, but I'm never going to forget that you basically threw me to the wolves for money.
Yeah, you
You
didn't
see
raise
all that
me,
R. Kelly
you didn't
stuff, all
raise
that
me.
was those parents were just as guilty. They were horrible.
Enablers.
Yeah, they were awful. Like
Yeah.
go right ahead. Like I would never just drive my kids to a older man's home. And
And
that
say,
and
okay,
God,
I'll pick you up in
look,
a couple
God
of
bless him,
days.
Michael Jackson too. But if you ever went to I finally, like maybe 2 years ago, went to what is it called? Neverland, the
Nether.
ranch.
Or
Never
is it
is it
nether or
never?
never?
I think it's Neverland Ranch.
Okay.
Neverland.
Okay, sorry.
If you have you gone there? Do you know how far a drive that is? And it's in the middle of nowhere, like
Oh,
literally. It's across from a school, believe it or not, but it's in the middle of, you can't even get cell phone connection. You think I'm driving my
no.
son all the way over there, and letting him stay with a grown ass man and not know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. You just think about it on the ride there, like, "Whoa, this sure is a long drive." Whoa, where,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Where are the houses? Where are the rest of the people? It's
Where's
in the
where's
middle of
where's
nowhere.
civilization?
And then you got to drive up, and it's even more in the middle of nowhere. There's no
Okay.
way those parents didn't know what they were doing. I would never have left my son there, ever, ever, ever. And
Yeah.
not to say that Michael was guilty or anything like that,
Right.
but I'm just saying that's not normal behavior. And just
Yeah.
drop him off and let your child spend the night with a grown ass man.
Yeah.
At a look at a semi Coney Island.
That you know what? Thank you for pulling it
They're
back
back
into
in.
the story. That's why I love you, Chica. Listen, so as you guys can hear, these scenes and these episodes can open some really important conversations, and I'm all the way here for that. This is very important, not only for our youths, but for the adults in their lives. And I'm really grateful for you two that you took your time today to listen and give us some feedback and your insight on these matters. I just want to say thank you and wrap this up. Let's close this out so that we can get ready for episode 2. What I want to put out there in the world is that we're looking for sponsors. If you feel like your brand can be a part of that, we will write you a commercial. We'll have either the narrator or one of the stars read it within the commercials. And so, so start thinking, if you have something that you want to sell, we will sponsor. This is a great way to sponsor. Sponsorship is what we're needing. Cece, let's wrap this up.
Also, I think you should put out there the making sure to try to do those contests of like the best content
Stories.
Yeah, I think that's a really awesome, but I love it so far. So I'm ready to see what you got next going on. And then call me back around girl,
We'll
call
let
me
you
back
know. We'll let you know. We'll let
when
you
they
know.
start doing the menage a trois. So I want to be on that one. Whatever.
All right, I'll keep you posted. Thank you, Cece. Ladies and gentlemen, Cece Hendricks from Remote Reviews with Cece. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye, you guys.
Bye. Bradford, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the tag.
All right.
Good seeing you guys and being a part of this. Can't wait to hear more.
Yes. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you soon.